I mean, I did start off as a painter, but I wasn't any good. So basically, I moved more into bookselling and writing, and eventually, of course, decided to be a writer, but not for quite a long time. I didn't write my first serious book till I was about 40 or something. But it was pure a set of accidents entirely. I went down to Charing Cross Road to get a job when I decided I didn't want to be an art teacher, and very quickly found myself at a shop called Better Books, it turned out to be the avant-garde bookshop in London. It's where the angry young men used to gather in the 50s, and Tony Godwin, who owned it, was very progressive in his ideas about literature changing the world, basically, to the extent, or rather naively, that he had typewriters in the basement in case any of his customers suddenly felt, the muse hit them and they had to rush off and write a poem or a quick novel or something. Of course, mainly they went down there to steal books because that's where the stockrooms were. So people like Alexander Trocky, who was one of our regulars, it always came out with his shirt bulging. It was a very leaky bookshop in that respect because people knew that he would never take them to court. So it was a shame, really. But anyway, he eventually decided he was going to sell the shop, and it was bought by Hatchards of Piccadilly, and we thought that would be the end to the avant-garde film shows and the poetry readings that we had been putting on. So I decided I'd try and start my own bookshop, and through a guy called Paolo Leone, who was an American poet, one of the people who read at the Albert Hall reading, in fact. Paolo told me that this guy, John Dunbar, wanted to start an art gallery, and that maybe the two of us should meet and we could maybe combine forces and do something.